context.
You made the first move.
Yeah, because I was actually on iTunes, and I saw it was on the Birdpen iTunes, and then it said artists that like Birdpen also like other artists across the bottom. And I saw Robin Foster, and I noticed the cover of his first record, Life Is Elsewhere, and I love the cover. It was quite a striking image of a bullfighter, and I clicked on that, and I heard a song and I liked it. So then I looked him up on MySpace. That seems so ancient, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I just dropped you a line, didn't I? And I said I really like stuff.
And you said, why don't you, if ever you want to come to a gig, an archive gig, if we play a lot in France, if we're playing anywhere, come see us. And then so I immediately had a look, and you were playing like a week later, basically.
Yeah, it was,
in Quimper.
Yeah.
So we went and met about a week later, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, and then you said you were writing your second album, and you were looking to collaborate with singers on that, weren't you?
Yeah.
And then it was sort of just led from there.
I think it gave you like 2 tracks, didn't it? And then you were like, oh yeah, okay, got any more? And I was like, yeah, let's do some more. So 2 became 3, 3 became 5. We ended up doing. We did 5. Yeah.
And we did 1 or 2 in the studio, wasn't it, when we were there?
Yeah, we were there. We just made one of them up there and there.
Yeah.
What was great about it was it was all so spontaneous. There was it all happened really naturally. So there was never really a plan, was there? We just did it, and I think that's what was so great about it, because I had no kind of idea about doing any more vocals. You know, I mean, I usually do instrumental, so, and I'd kind of given up on the idea of working with a singer. It's just I just kind of put it to the back of my mind and gone on to something else. And then it just seemed it was an obvious thing to try, and it just worked straight away, didn't it? It was just so very, very natural. It's great.
When we worked together, like, especially in the initial beginning of the process, you know, Robin, I have many ideas. Sometimes there's like too many ideas, because he would send me like 1, 2, 3, and then I have like 8 ideas. It can be, can't it?
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, did you listen to the last one? It's like, I haven't even listened to the second one yet. I'm still getting my head around the first one, and it can. But that's the beauty of it. And then there'll normally be like 2 or 3 immediately that I can come up with rough ideas for, lyrically and melody wise, and I'll make rough notes of that. And then it can be a few more weeks, and then you can send another reworked one that I didn't work on before, and then so it's sort of just like building blocks, you know. There isn't many big changes that need to be made. Some of we write in very early stages. You've just got like a riff.
Yeah.
I've done that a couple of times, but majority of the work, the actual music is already written by Robin, and then I just blend in.
And
different melodies.
It wouldn't work with everyone either, you know. It wouldn't work with most. I don't think any singer could just come and sing on that kind of track. I mean, I think Dave has a certain approach and a certain way of singing that just seems to meld really, really gel, melt into it. I mean, that's the spark. I suppose that's the thing. That's what makes it interesting. We've got to such a point where those tracks just come more and more and more and more. And it's just intuitive, you know, straight away. You know, I think always in my mind now, whenever I do a track, is it a Robin track or is it a Dave track? You know, I think that's almost that's just it's not when I'm doing it; it's after I've done it. Is that a Dave track or is that a Robin track? On the way to the church, when we went to record at the church, there was one track we weren't sure about, and he kind of wrote the lyrics in
the car.
In the car, and so he was recording it into the phone whilst he was listening to the track instrument while I was driving
to actually go and record it. But that's all part of the spontaneity. That's the great thing in music. If you get too set into ideas, then there's no movement on it. If it's right off the cuff, then you don't get too precious about stuff. With certain songs in there, we definitely tapped into the sort of how we are kind of these programmed devices ourselves, and fair bit of it has that feel, I think. And even with the We Are Bodies feeling, it's like, are we real or are we fake? You know, are we actually becoming androids of our own selves? It's kind of a weird thing. We think for ourselves, but we're so controlled at the same time. I think we kind of, the whole Blade Runner thing we chatted about a few times, and
Yeah, and we sat down. We got some images, didn't we? And there was like the images that everyone kind of in office workers, your call centres, call centre. And we kind of what's We Are Bodies? Well, it's people as androids in call centres, and that was kind of the thing. And then you did the We Are Bodies trial, and I love the title.
Yeah, because that's right. Because I remember I did.
And that was the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Basically.
And there were so many words to begin with,
and you were sending me lots of
images,
and the more that song. I mean, it was the first song, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And as soon as he came up with We Are Bodies, I said, I think we should that should be the name of the whole thing. And then, obviously, that kind of set something in motion in your mind, because it's almost a concept album in a lot of the lyrics that he's put on it, you know. And there is a real kind of continuity, isn't it, between every song has this kind of it's people as
people as sort of slaves to the system.
Yeah,
that kind of whole thing, which is quite fun to write a lot of things about one subject, but take them off in totally different kind of trips, so to speak.
And the funny thing is, the church where we recorded was about 500 kilometres away from the venue where we met.
Yeah, from the place. So it's all quite weird.